Hi guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott-Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and welcome to another episode of the Healthy Voyager's Global Kitchen. As you can see, it's Valentine's Day here in my kitchen, and I've got the one and only Rikki Rockett with me. Yes! I loved 90s hairband power ballads. No one did them like Poison.
I'm perfect for Valentine's Day then, huh?
He's perfect. This dish, we're gonna make a pink vodka penne. So, no rose has any thorns in this dish.
No, this is metal Valentine.
It's metal Valentine.
Yeah.
After you eat this, your lover is gonna wanna talk dirty to you.
Wow, very good, very good.
It's in the vodka and the sauce.
Ain't nothing but a good time right here.
That's right. So Rikki, outside of Poison, I know you're in a new band, Devil City Angels.
Right. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. You guys touring?
You know, we did a tour just to go out there and play a couple months and just get a feel on it, to be on a stage together. Because I myself haven't really played with many other people except Poison in all that time. So to go out there and do, 90 minutes or something with, 3 other new guys, to me they're new guys, was, a little bit challenging because I had to rethink how I approach the instrument even, really. But it was great. We had so much fun doing it. And so now we're making a record and it should come out by probably midsummer.
That's awesome.
And Poison's still busy and, I'm just busy. I'm a daddy and,
yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's great. And you've got your drum company.
I do.
Rikki Rockett Drums.
Rocket Drum Works. That's the name of the company, yeah.
Rocket Drum Works. And you're like a jiu-jitsu champ.
No, I'm not a champ. I'm a black belt, and right here in Santa Monica.
Suck.
Actually.
Just a black belt.
You stay at it long enough, and you eventually get there. I think maybe. So perseverance is a key with that one.
That's pretty rad. And you're kind of a long-time veggie, right?
22 years
That's
I've been
pretty
vegetarian.
rad. So how, when you were touring all those years, I'm sure rockers weren't very veggie. How did you kind of get around that? Did you get razzed a lot when you were on tour?
I still get razzed a lot. There's usually somebody, like on a Poison tour.
Yeah.
There's usually somebody, 1 or 2 guys in the crew.
Yeah.
So we'll always have our little stuff set aside over there,
You guys are at the Thanksgiving kids table?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, this is really easy to make, and it'll knock a carnivore's socks off. You can put anything you want on top of it, but on its own, it's vegetarian, but it's vegan because we're not using cream. We're using a vegan heavy cream.
Oh,
so,
okay. That was going to be one of my questions. What is that cream?
Yeah, it's made with tofu and soy milk. And you can also use cashew cream as a base.
Okay.
Like I make Alfredo sauce with cashew cream. But for this one, we're doing like a little bit thicker, more a traditional pink sauce, which is heavy cream, tomatoes, and vodka. Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna need 1 box of cooked penne, 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 2/3 cup of vegan heavy cream. That's 1 block of tofu with a 1/2 cup of soy milk blended until creamy. A 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast, about a heaping handful of crushed basil, a 1/2 cup of vodka, that's the secret ingredient, 2 minced garlic cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of vegan butter, 1 to 2 chopped minced shallots, and some salt and pepper to taste. All right, well, let's get started. All right, so this is super easy. We're just doing the sauce first, and you're gonna have your cooked pasta ready to go. We're using a penne because that's the traditional one when you do a pink vodka sauce. But you can use rotelli, you can use fusilli, you can use fettuccine as well. But for this, it's nice and plump and yummy, and it really gets all, like in all the crevices, the sauce, it's really yummy. Okay, so we've got our pan ready to go. It's on a low heat, and we're gonna cook the shallots first.
Okay.
So it's gonna smell pretty yummy in here. This is vegan butter.
Okay.
You can use olive oil if you like, but we're using the vegan butter because, again, it's gonna add to the rich flavor of the sauce. Nice and creamy and rich is what we want for this dish. So we're gonna let the butter melt a little bit.
And it melts, is there casein? Casein? How do you say that?
No casein, it's totally vegan. We're using the olive oil one this time, so you get that rich flavor. We're gonna throw in the shallots. You can use 1 or 2, we're using 2, because I like a lot of minced shallots.
Oh, okay.
So that way you get a lot of really good flavor in there. But if you like less of an oniony flavor or less flavor in your dish, you can knock it back down to 1. So
we like flavor.
If you don't like flavor, don't make this dish.
Well, you know what, too? I think the key is to look for new flavors.
Yeah.
If you're going to go vegetarian.
Yeah.
Because if all you're going to try to do is replace what you had with meat, it can get a little frustrating.
Exactly. A lot of people do 1 for 1 instead of experimenting.
Right. And I totally did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from central Pennsylvania. It's meat and potatoes, you know, capital of the world.
Garlic.
Ooh, we love garlic.
It's going to smell good in here now. Yeah, it had to be tough.
Thank God I'm not kissing anybody on Valentine's Day. I'm here.
We're cooking. Well, you can go home and make this for your wife.
Okay. I'd kiss my little girl, Lucy.
She'd be like, Daddy, you smell like garlic.
Yeah, she doesn't like my scruff. My gnarlies. That's what she calls them.
Your gnarlies?
Yeah.
So we've got the garlic and the shallots are nice and cooked where we want them. You get them nice and translucent and you start to really smell it. So that's good. We're going to toss in the red pepper flakes. Because again, all the oils are going to melt together and really disperse the flavors. And then soon here, we're going to toss in the tomatoes and the vodka so that the alcohol can cook off.
How do you know if it's cooked off?
Takes about 5 to 7 minutes and you'll see the liquid reduce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll smell it. But it takes 5 to 7 minutes at this like low to medium heat.
Right.
Plus the acid from the tomatoes is gonna help with that. So these were plum tomatoes in the can and then we blended them up so that they would get nice and thick and not as chunky for the sauce. But you do wanna keep some tomato chunks in there. So we've got that in there, and now time for the magic ingredient, the vodka. It's about a half cup. And we're gonna let it simmer and cook down before we add in our heavy cream. And then once we've gotten that in there, sauce is ready to go. Toss it on the pasta and it's time to enjoy.
So this is good for a Valentine's Day dinner if you want to cook for your sweetheart?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Because the sauce is gonna end up turning a little bit pink. So it's, you know, the color of the day.
Do you have a wine recommendation to go along with this?
Well, because it's a pink sauce, you can go red or white. So you can go a little Pinot Gris, you can go a little Pinot Noir, you can go a little Rosé. So yeah, that's the good thing about vegetarian cooking, because you know how when you eat meat, they always want you to pair it with a red or fish with a white. With veggie stuff, you can kind of do anything you want. It's fun.
Yep.
Yep.
They say real men don't eat quiche. I say real men eat what they want.
The alcohol is cooked off.
Wow.
And we're gonna go ahead and toss in the cream to make this a pink and creamy sauce. And to give it a little bit of like a cheesy flavor, we're gonna use nutritional yeast, which is kind of like the vegan secret. Nutritional yeast. It's the vegan secret to making everything taste like Parmesan or cheesy, especially in sauces.
Wow, I never knew.
Yeah,
I never
good
knew.
Stuff. And now you know.
Now I know.
Learning, like G.I. Joe, learning is half the battle. All right, so we're gonna mix this up, and then at the very end, we're gonna toss in the basil, and then that's it. As you can see, it's kind of thickening up, and it's getting a little pink.
I gotta tell you, I'm feeling romantic just looking at this sauce, really. I mean, it's...
Well, Italian food is always kind of a good go-to come Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nice little light salad, some wine, some pasta.
Finish this off with a little cheesecake, vegan cheesecake.
That's right.
Some of the candy and some wine.
Chocolate dipped strawberries.
Yeah. And then go watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So romantic. All right, so this is thickening up nicely. So we're gonna let this simmer just a little bit while we add in the basil. And you never wanna go more than low heat because then it will start to, now that we've put the sauce in, yeah, you don't want it to boil and then you don't want it to start burning and sticking to the pan. So I'm gonna toss in that basil. And we're gonna go ahead and put just a little.
He's a basil tosser.
Well, I'm a basil tosser. I love me some basil. Mm-hmm. We don't want to go too nuts on the salt because we already have a lot of other yummy stuff going on in there. All right, well, our sauce is just about done. The basil's in there. It's nice and creamy. It's delish. We've got our pasta ready. So it's time to move this stuff over and plate our delicious stuff. So we've got our pre-cooked pasta, and you can go ahead and mix all of it into the pasta, but we're just gonna pour it on top.
And what kind of pasta is this? Just regular?
This one's
It's not
regular.
whole wheat, anything
You
like
can
that?
use whole wheat. You can use a quinoa pasta. Brown rice is also really good, so it goes well with anything.
Quinoa's good, yeah.
I do like the quinoa pasta. And that's also gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
Back, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, when gluten-free was very early on, the brown rice pasta would just get all flaky and starchy and stick together. It was pretty bad. But it's all good now.
There's such controversy about gluten, we couldn't possibly cover it in 2
Yeah.
sentences, but let's just say there's a lot of controversy about it.
Unless you're allergic, yeah. There's all sorts of controversy about everything. Controversy.
Me, controversy.
People love it. People love a good controversy. So, time to plate up our yummy sauce. And I like a real saucy pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Just the sauce. Dip your bread in it, little crusty bread. Mmm. So
Forget about
yummy.
it. It's good.
Forget about it. All right. Let's make this thing look just a little bit prettier with a little basil. Make it camera ready. And that's it. It's
Wow,
really easy
look
to
at
make
that.
a homemade sauce that tastes restaurant-like, and it's perfect to make something for your honey. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning this recipe.
Indeed I did.
Think you're gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it for my sweetheart.
I love it. Well, if you make it for your sweetheart, or if you just make it, please be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Send us your photos, your questions. Make sure you like us. Also, make sure to subscribe right up here to Healthy Voyager TV. And then you can find me at healthyvoyager.com, as well as at Healthy Voyager on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, everywhere. And Rikki you can find
RikkiRockett.com, RocketDrumWorks.com, Facebook, Rikki Rockett, Twitter, Rikki Rockett.
yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
All over the place. Well, we're gonna get
I'm like
all
a
over
mole.
this. That's appetizing. We're gonna be all over this pasta, and we hope that you have a very happy and delicious Valentine's Day. Bye.